Hello guys, today I'll be showing you how to download, install and configure your GNS3 and also how to use that software. And this software allows you to run the Cisco iOS directly from your system for learning purpose or some lab purpose. Okay, so first of all, access to the internet to the address www.gns3.net. Over there you can find the software. Okay, here is the home page of GNS3. Here you can go directly on that button, click on download. You'll now access to the download page where you will find all the versions available according to your operating system. You have to select the right one, but for Windows, better to select the all-in-one setup, which include Dynamics, QEMU, Puri, VPC and all those required software. Okay, I click on all-in-one. You'll be redirected to your download site. Now the download will start in few seconds. Okay, so now here access the protection bar and download the file, and the download should start automatically. Okay, so let's come back when the download is over. Here you save it, your location, and that's all. Okay, now close it. Okay, now we got the setup. Let's run it. Yes, it's a pretty simple steps. You have to, most of the time you have to leave the default setting and click on next. Okay, next. I suggest you to read the license agreement, and if you agree, click on I agree. Click on next, and also over here, better you leave the default components, and what are required they will be automatically installed. Next, and also the default path for the installation files. Install. You'll be prompted to install WinPickup. Click on next. You agree if you after reading the license agreement also, and let's this option ticked, automatically start the WinPickup driver the boot time, and then install. Finish. The step will then continue to Wireshark. Install it again. Leave the default settings. Okay, and see program file Wireshark. Okay, that's all. It's a very simple steps. You just have to click next, 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 and that's all most of the time. Okay, now it's almost over. Okay. Okay, next, then finish. We'll then continue the GNS3 installation. So these are the two software required for GNS3, Wireshark and WinPickup, the extra software. Okay, now the setup installation is completed. Let's go through the further steps. Okay, installation is done now. Let's run GNS3. Okay, over here you have the setup wizard. There are a few steps to complete before using it. The first one, you have to set the path to Dynamics. So you're gonna configure and test the path for the proper usage of GNS3. Okay, let's click on one button over here on right hand side, left hand side here. Click on Dynamics if not by default. Okay, you have executable path to Dynamics over here. everything has been set by default, but in some older version you may find that enable sparse memory is not ticked, so you have to tick, or if by default is already done, you have to leave it as it is. Click on test settings. As you can see here, Dynamics successfully started, but in some occasion you may have some issue where you can start you may get a error message. Most of the time is due to the fact that is not the software is not able to find the dynamics.exe file over here. In such case, you have to access to your program file where this file is located exactly, and generally is in C program file. Over here you can look for that file, dynamics.exe. over here you can see dynamics, select it, open. Here you notice that the path now has changed to C program file GNS3 dynamics.exe. Okay, then click on test settings again, no error, you can go further. In step 2, configure the path of your iOS image. Okay, so as you can see, this is where you should store all your images. So in this case, I prefer in this tutorial to leave as it is. You just have to remember the path and then copy your images there. But you can use your own path also. But for this purpose, I'll leave as it is. You just have to remember this path, say user, computer name, GNS3, and images. Okay. The third step now, you have to add one or more uncompressed iOS images. But for the iOS image, you have to find by yourself. Yeah, Google is your friend, but also be sure that maybe you'll be violating some copyright rules since your is a Cisco property, and you should possess the original as usually said. Okay, so just remember where you have to put that. C user, computer name, and then GNS3 over here. Then you'll find the images folder. Copy that. Okay. Yeah, you copy here, paste. Okay, it's there now. You can close it. Then you go here. Add one or more iOS images. For the image file, click on that kind of browse button. Directly you will be prompted to take that image file, open. Is asking to uncompress the image that you have selected. Better you take yes. This will help you to run more faster your iOS. Okay, now everything has been set. As you can see, platform is 3700 and the model is 3725. Leave the default settings and click on save here on lower left corner. Okay, that's all for the configuration. Click on OK. Now you are able to use your router now. As you can see on left hand panel, you have a list of devices. You can choose only the device that where for those devices only you have include the iOS image. So over here, since we have only added for the 3700 model platform, just drag and drop over here. Okay. On right hand side here, you may notice that R1 is in red color. It means that the device is switched off. So to switch on, right click on the router and click on start. Okay, now you can notice that the color has changed to green. And also one more step, very important, you can notice that the CPU usage has now increased to 50%, but generally you may find that using the whole CPU usage. You may find that the CPU usage is going to 100%, but maybe it's because I'm using that kind of virtual machine. It's not going that much. Okay, so what to do now to overcome that? Just right click on your device and select idle PC. Click on it. Please wait some seconds till generates some idle PC values. This will help you to put your CPU usage to a very low level. Okay, so as you can see there are some values, 3 values displayed there. You can choose any one of them, but generally it's recommended to choose the value with this asterisk mark on its left side. Okay, but now I'll run one more time and see idle PC. Yes. Okay, so you have to run more times. It's better, I recommend, till you find any good value with the asterisk. Okay, same thing. Okay, now after running this idle PC more 2 or 3 times now, I got these 3 values. Here you can notice on the left hand side here before 2, you may notice the asterisk sign. So it means that the best value for your CPU is that much. Okay, you select that one, click on OK. Idle PC has been set now. Now go to your task manager and see. You may notice that you see now from 50% now it's going to almost 10. Okay, so now let's do a simple scenario. Start second one. So after setting the first one, you don't need to set in another idle PC for the second router or any other router that you'll include in your scenario. Okay, so now to connect them, select here that button on the up panel, add link, manual, left click on it, select F0 bar 0, right click on this one, left click and select F0 bar 0. Here you can see there are 2 green lights over here, means that the devices are properly connected. Okay, now to access to the console port, the console, to access to the console window now, right click on the device, click on console. Here. Over here, as you can see, we are in the router now. config. May do some sorry, router 1. Yeah, you can see now everything is done. Close it. You can do the same thing for the second one. Go to console, enter, enable, and sure, you can find over here the current configuration. Okay, hope this video have been informative for you, and let's see for the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.